Hello everyone, this is Jackie Williams. Thank you so much for joining me. In this video, I want to share with you the very cute Storybook Moments suite. And this one's what we call a mega suite because we have 2 stamp sets, 2 dies, ribbon embellishments, and 2 sets of designer series paper or printed paper. Now all of these items can be purchased individually or as a large coordinating suite. These are the timeless plaid papers. Now I've just gotten a selection of them, and on one side they have a small, fairly monochromatic plaid, and then on the other side they have a coordinating larger plaid with several colors. And I like how one side actually coordinates with the other, so you can use both sides in the same project, which I'll show you later on in the video. And then we also have the large 12 by 12 papers. I just have some pieces here because I only have 1 pack of this paper and I've used it. So really cute prints. And then on the other side, some busier prints with the little characters that can be just used as a background or cut out and used as images. This pack also comes with 2 sheets that are what I've been calling a cut sheet, where you've got all these other prints that, well, you don't have in a full 12 by 12, but you have little pieces that you can use for embellishments on your layouts or use them for card fronts. And then it also comes with 2 sheets of these pre-printed die cuts. So even just this 12 by 12 paper pack alone actually comes with quite a few options in it. All right, so let's get started with our project for today. And I'm starting with a card base of gray granite. And this is 5 by 10 inches. And I have scored it at 2.5 inches. And then you can just rotate it around and score it at 2.5 inches again. If that's easier, then you only need to know the 1 number. Then that folds in nicely. Actually, I'm gonna fold it the other way to create a gatefold card. And I see that my pieces don't quite meet, but I'm just gonna go with it. Now for the front, I want to keep the front a little less busy so that I can put, a main image here. And so I'm going to use the plaid papers, and I think I'll just stick with the monochromatic side. And I've cut these so that they will go right up against the edge. So when the card is closed, the 2 pieces actually meet. Like this. Now we just need to close our card, and there are many ways to close a gatefold card, but for today's video I'm going to do a belly band. So I didn't actually do any pre-scoring. What I did was just take my piece of A4, or take the length of your cardstock, and I just folded it and wrapped it around like this. So just fold it around your card and create those score lines. I then took this whole piece and ran it through the exposed brick embossing folder. Okay, and now I'm putting the join, I'm adhering the join on the front of the card because I'm going to put an embellishment here which will then cover the join, and then the whole thing will look pretty seamless. Okay, now before I do that though, I want to add some ribbon to this. So just deciding which ribbon. I think I'll go with this. I think I like the black, but it's probably too many squares on this project. I'll put a bit of tape like this so I can start and stop my ribbon on this. I'm just going to use the basic beige. Is there right or wrong side? I don't think so. And just wrap that around like this. I'll add a bit more ribbon, but I'll do that later. Next, I have cut that beautiful frame from the Storybook Friends, and I've actually cut it out twice out of thick white cardstock so that I have a little bit thicker of a frame, just to give it a little more stability, because I'm just adhering it on the sides. So these parts here are free, and when you pull the belly band off, they'll be free, so you don't want them too flimsy. And you also don't want to put adhesive on the top and bottom because then it won't slide off. Then this middle piece I have embossed also with the exposed brick folder, and again, you don't want to put adhesive everywhere. We just want to have adhesive here in the middle like this, so it's only stuck to the belly band. quite pretty, even just like that. Now for the front, I've got a couple of options. So I wanted to see which one looked best. I have stamped and colored the strawberries, which are pretty cute. Or I have the cute little mouse in a teacup. Quite like that one. I don't know. I think I'm going to go for the mouse in the teacup. But it is really good to have the options for when your paper is all used up, that you can still use these images. Or you can still create images by stamping and coloring them. I think I'll put her right in the middle like this. And then I have just stamped or heat embossed the Hello Friend on black. I put that on dimensionals, and then we'll just put that in the middle as well. Okay, now let's add a bit more ribbon. And I'm just going to slide that underneath and just tie along the side. Now one little tip is at this point, when you make your knot, this is where you want to make sure your ribbon tails are going the direction you want them to, because this will determine or kind of indicate which way your bow is going to go. At least the way I tie bows, that's true. Perhaps if you have a different method, it may turn out differently. Okay, now let's just choose some embellishments. I think the yellow is a little different. So let's just stick with the Moody Mauve. Okay, something like that. So there we go. How cute is that? And then when we take the belly band off, then when we open it up, we've got the lining of the strawberries on the inside, and then the dirt and the little spade and the carrot top from the Storybook garden dies. And then this can just slide right back on like this. Very cute. And then here is another version that I made with just some different colors using the more coral papers in that Timeless Plaid pack. And let's have a look at the inside here. And on the inside of there, I've used the garden prints from the Storybook Moments papers. And I've also used the petal pink ribbon that comes in the Storybook Moments suite. So there you go. I've got some more samples to share with you for your inspiration. So this is one that my daughter Sophie made. She really wanted to make one that was a little bit of a peekaboo. So you see the little bunny inside. And then inside you've got this cute little garden scene with the vegetables in the house and then your card. And we brought the gingham through to the inside too. Okay, and then these are ones that I have shared in a previous video using the Pick-a-Season tree. Very cute. And again, just using both sides of the plaid there and adding the little bunny to the tree. So this one works actually quite well to tie in with some of your other more general images too. And this one's also with the Pick-a-Season stamp set. And this time from the Storybook Moments suite, I've just used those beautiful papers from the 12 by 12 pack. And then I've used the heart-shaped bundle, but paired it with the plaid. So again, those plaid papers really work well, or can work well with lots of your other images too. So I think it's a really great neutral set. And this one is actually a card that was sent to me by one of my friends, Jan. And for this one, she's used the dies and the papers. So she just cut that cute little house right out of the papers and then added the little partial brick wall, which is so adorable. And for this sample, I've used the plaid papers again, and then one of the cute little animals, and used the frame dies, not to cut out, but to emboss for a little bit different look. And this is one that's part of the Storybook Moments video class, which includes 12 projects, different ones. You've seen this one, so there's then 11 others that you haven't seen that includes full instructions and cutting measurements. And for this sample, it's just another sample of using the Timeless Plaid papers, because I wanted to show you this one because it's one where you do see both sides, so it's quite handy that they coordinate so it all works together. And then for my last sample, I've actually made an 8x8 So I've been doing little 8x8 scrapbooking pages recently, and this time I didn't put photos on. I just thought it'd be nice to make an 8x8 that sits in a frame that would be quite cute to hang on a wall as part of home decor. But you could just, of course, take those elements and then add photos and make it a scrapbooking layout instead if you would prefer. So there are all my samples for this video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that inspires you to pull out the storybook moments or to add that to your wish list. If you have a friend who would also enjoy this video, please feel free to share with them. Leave me a comment and of course subscribe. This is Jackie Williams and I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.